You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to The Swingdom. We are here this week for the USGA Championship. That's what it says. It says the USGA Open Championship.
Where are you looking at this?
It says it on the when I looked it up on their website. When I looked up the US Open information golf.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
US Open Championship. USGA.
USGA.
Ugh, USGA. What does the USGA do anyway?
Golf stuff?
How ridiculous would it be if there was like well, I guess it's probably the same as like the NCAA making up like football rules for college football.
They do make up football rules for college football.
I don't think they make up like the actual gameplay rules. I think they just make up the governing body rules.
No, there's rules that are different from professional to collegiate.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they're like, oh, like it's like 12 yards is a first down versus 10 yards is a first down. I think they
you only need 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah, but I don't know if the NCAA makes up that rule or if it was like college football makes up that rule. Or are they just one and the same?
One and the same.
Okay. All right. Back to the show.
NCAA governs the Division 1, 2, 3. They govern all college.
So the USGA, but the USGA does not govern the PGA.
Right, but they govern the rules.
Yeah. Oh, it's just weird. All right, you ready?
Yep.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to The Swingdom. I am Ben. I play golf. I've got golf clubs. I'm with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar. He plays golf. He has golf clubs.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. I thought I'd change it up a little bit today since it is since it's not a PGA Tour event this week.
Yep.
It's a USGA Tour event this week.
Yeah.
Who else plays on the USGA Tour?
Another tour.
That's what
I'm really excited. I love the US Open. It's got to be one of the better events.
See, you like the US Open because of the level of competition, right?
Absolutely.
And I love the US Invitational because of the USGA basically takes a course that the PGA loves and gives it like teeth and like a battle axe.
That's right.
And like some armor and like sends the course into battle.
This is competitive golf in its purest form.
What I
it's
don't
the best
like
players in the world against the hardest course possible.
But what I don't get is why don't you do this week? Why doesn't the PGA do this week in, week out?
I can imagine the cost to turn. Did you see that?
They did it at the BMW 2 weeks ago, and it was fine.
I don't know if that wasn't by accident.
It probably was. It probably was by accident, but I'm saying it's not impossible to do. There is a formula. The USGA has a formula.
Yeah, but the USGA starts early. I was telling you they're working on Congressional Country Club to get it ready for the US Open.
Yeah.
In 8 years.
I'm with them. I'm absolutely with them on that. Yeah, so this week is the US Invitational presented by the USGA. where all of the PGA Tour players get invited, amateurs get invited, mid-amateur, all that sort of stuff. They all get invited. This is the true test of American golf
It really is.
in its truest form.
I absolutely love it. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I love it. Like you're wearing your Shinnecock Hills hat from last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, sorry. Last year was Pebble Beach. My apologies. I knew that. Brain,
It's also
okay.
the date is on the hat.
Yeah, but you're really far away from me. You're all the way in America.
Yeah, look at that.
There you
Date
go.
right there.
The
That's the date.
118th U.S. Open. Why doesn't it? That year it was legitimately an Open.
No, it says the 2018 U.S. Open. This was the 117th edition.
Ooh.
Mm.
So yeah, so my number one, like Phil Mickelson putting a moving ball, still the best moment of my golf watching life.
So that was I watched Phil play for 5 holes. We sang happy birthday to him because it happened on his birthday.
It was his birthday.
It was his birthday. We sang happy birthday to him during competition, which I thought we were going to get kicked out for, but we didn't.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. He absolutely loved it. He gave us a thumbs up. So I can't tell you what it's like to get a thumbs up from Phil Mickelson.
That's
you know,
really cool. Yeah.
And so I watched him for 4 holes, and I watched him tee off on it wasn't the 5th hole, but it was the 5th hole we watched.
Yeah.
We followed him for, and we left him off the tee, and we went to where we would end up staying for the rest of the tournament, which I believe was like 16 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That green that we left him on, that tee box, that's when he putted the moving ball on. On the green. And I was so upset because like you could hear the rumblings coming down the fairway because everybody has these like earpieces to listen to the broadcast.
You can listen to the radio broadcast,
while you're watching it in live action. Well, it's like a murmur that comes from the green.
What just
all the way down?
Well, I remember watching
box.
it, and everybody was just like, "What just happened? What happened?" And it basically, like, what it looked like to me was Phil ripped off his middle finger and he jammed his putter in there and he just like waved it at the clubhouse where the USGA was. He was just like, "You're never going to let me win this. You guys make this impossibly difficult on purpose. And I hate you. And you hate me, and the hate is mutual." And like, I think it's hilarious that
screw your rules.
Yeah. Like it's a two-stroke penalty. Like it went from, but he basically said that if he missed that putt long, it was going to roll down the green around a bunker, and he was going to have to chip around a bunker. So he's over a bunker, and he's like, "Well, if I miss that chip into the bunker, it's a 2-shot penalty. Like it's a 2-shot penalty for missing that putt anyway. So I might as well just keep it close to the hole and make that putt."
Totally legitimate.
It was strategy. I mean, he had a strategy.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And in the moment to understand the rules that well and understand your own game. One more Phil story I'll give you from that particular day was hole 2 at Shinnecock Hills was like 240-yard par 3. Well, I remember walking past it and looking at it and saying, "Oh my God, this is why they're pros. Like it's straight uphill. It's 240 yards. It's stupid.
Yeah.
The pin's hidden between 2 bunkers, and they put the pin up front." And I said, "There's no way." And we watched people hit balls off of that just to see what it was like.
Yeah.
Saw some really good shots, very impressive shots, and then some that were like, "Yeah, that's how my ball would end up." Well, at the end of the
Do we have it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, my apologies.
Well, at the end of the day, he went off about how ridiculous of a hole setup that was. And I just remember feeling vindicated as an amateur player, saying, like, if Phil Mickelson is angry about this par 3, I have every right to think that
Just be
so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you. So do you want to get into the news? Is there much news? I didn't see much news. All the news is U.S. Invitational news. I almost said it. That was terrifying.
I
I almost said it. U.S. Invitational News presented by the USGA.
Yeah. 2 bits of news. Did you see the video of how deep the rough is?
No.
There's a video. Golf.com put it out or such, and it said the rough is Arnold Palmer can deep.
Wow.
And I was like, what does that mean? I can't even understand that.
That's like
right?
7 inches already.
So no joke, they walk up on the green on the rough. You can't see anything. Then the camera pans up and you see the top of a can. I was like, it doesn't look that deep.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, maybe it's just like a regular size can. Well,
Yeah.
they start pulling it up and it's the big can.
It's the tall boy.
It's the tall boy, and it is that deep. It is insane.
Yeah, that's like
There's
7,
no
8
way.
inches.
There's no way.
The thing is, though, it's like we wouldn't even find our golf balls on a day like that.
Not a chance.
And they got little flags. No, not even like. I mean, yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week, but it's like you said now that there are no fans, you realize how good that the players have it. Yeah, one of my least favorite rules in golf is like a lost ball is like is a stroke and distance.
Uh-huh.
So like I get that if you've hit it into the trees. I hate it when you hit it into a soft spot in the rough and it's just gone. Mm-hmm. And everybody on the tee box is like, it landed within this 5 feet, it didn't bounce, you're just out of luck. Like I think if everybody agrees, you should be able to sort of just like take a free drop from where you think the ball landed as an amateur. But that rule's never going to affect you as a pro because they're always going to be able to find your ball.
Right, exactly. That's why I have a non-existent petition to enforce the to enforce the PGA Tour drop. That's the name of your free relief is the PGA Tour drop.
Yeah,
and
I'm with
that
you.
is
Let's get that on Instagram. Let's get that petition going.
If you know you didn't hit it out, you get to drop where it ended.
Yeah.
It's like the same with leaves in the fall.
Yeah.
Like if you're not playing on a high-end course like Winged Foot, they're not blowing the leaves off of all the fairways constantly. So.
No. And the other side of that, not only are they not blowing, but like what happens if you're trying to kick the leaves and look for your ball and you kick the ball?
Right.
That's a penalty. Yeah, I'm with you. So not a whole lot of news because everything is like U.S. Invitational centric. All we've really had over the last few days are interviews and practice rounds. Everybody is saying that this U.S. Open course is going to be one of the U.S. Invitational courses is going to be probably the hardest natural course they've played. This is the home to the massacre at Winged Foot. Everybody thinks that happened in 2006, but in fact, that happened, I want to say, in the mid-1960s. Johnny Miller shot the record 63 the year before, and so the following year, they gave Winged Foot teeth and made it impossible to play. I don't think anybody shot around under par. The winner certainly wasn't under par, and that was sort of like that was one of the first years where they were like, okay, like the USGA can bring it when it comes to these tournaments. Yeah, I mean, this probably is my favorite of, like, I love watching the US Invitational because of how hard the course is and how it basically makes these golfers look normal. Like they sort of make them look like 5 to 10 handicaps, which I think is a lot of fun. The Masters is great because it's got so much history. You know every shot on every hole over the last 10, 15 years. I absolutely love that. And then the British Open's great because the weather can really just mess with you. Like the weather becomes the biggest factor usually at a British Open, whether it's so dry that the balls are running out like an extra like 100 yards or if it's really windy or whatever. And then the PGA, to me, always just feels like another PGA Tour event. They decided to make a little bit harder.
Yeah, it always feels like a playoff event.
Yeah.
It almost feels like an early playoff event.
Yeah. So no, the US Invitational, I'm super psyched for. Last year, Gary Woodland won it at Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
Everybody was hoping to see Tiger take it or Brooks. Brooks came in second, but Woodland took it, so he's the defending champion.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I had one bit of news for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were getting into it right now.
No,
but,
I was just talking because you disappeared for a second.
because I was looking for because I can never remember his name because I only ever refer to him as Danny Noonan.
Oh,
but
okay.
He has a name, Michael O'Keefe.
Yeah.
So Michael O'Keefe, the actor who played Danny Noonan on Caddyshack,
yeah,
grew up and caddied when he was younger at Winged Foot.
Yeah.
And he always wanted to caddy at the U.S. Open at Winged Foot, and he got the chance. So it just feel good.
Yeah, it's a feel good, especially after last week. There weren't a lot of feel good stories.
No, there wasn't.
No, so
but I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
For old Danny Noonan. Too bad Chevy Chase didn't come out there.
Yeah,
we have a surprise guest on our U.S. Open show.
What are you doing?
Abby this is totally appropriate because the reason I went to the U.S. Open a couple of years back was a Father's Day gift from a friend of mine. So,
Aww.
So the U.S. Open is special to us.
Wonderful. So yeah, so should we
let's get into it.
Let's
tear it up.
Let's do a read. Let's do a read. I'll do the read.
It's on the table.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey guys, it is time to US Open your ears.
What?
And go get yourself a free hearing test. You've been officially US invited to go and get a free hearing test using the code word Mamaranek.
Yeah, can you go ahead and spell that for us?
neck. Mamaranek. So you know those things that are sitting on the sides of the things that's above your neck? Those are your ears. You should go and get them tested at Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. Give them a call at +1 732 888 9000. Again, that's +1 732 888 9000. You are listening to the U.S. Invitational Open Golf Tournament sponsored by Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. And give them a call. Use the code word golf. Get yourself a free hearing test. Decide whether or not you need a hearing aid. That was terrible. That was terrible.
This is a disaster.
Did you like that? You like all the
I did, but I can't help but think nobody else will like that.
No, but nobody else listens to us. It's just us. It's just us and Mug Dad. Mug Dad's getting his one mention right now because he listens to us.
Always looking for the attention.
So it is US Invitational Week. I can't call it the USGA Championship anymore. I've given that up until next year. I'm very excited about that. So I'm excited to see, like last year at Pebble Beach, it was a test.
Yes.
The year before it at Shinnecock was a real test. It was that was a tough one.
Woo.
I think what Justin Thomas had to say about it was like this 14 years later, this is a new course. This is a course that nobody knows.
Right.
Justin Thomas, like, you just got to, you can't watch film from last year or the year before. Like at Pebble Beach, you can watch the AT&T Pro-Am and you can get sort of, the play-by-play, figure out what your strategy is going to be. There is no strategy for Winged Foot, he's saying. So he's saying you got to go out there and play it well. You've got to play it great and you just got to do it. I love the current PGA champion, not the tour, but the major winner. Colin Morikawa says that he's feeling really good about this tournament.
He should.
He's
dialed in. He's a great player, a great young player at least.
Yeah.
And I think he has every reason to feel good after his showing at the PGA Championship.
Yep. Tiger Woods is excited to be here. He missed the cut the last time he played in 2006, but he's not on my short list.
No.
He's not on my short list.
Not on mine either.
He says he's feeling good. That's exciting. Yay, Tiger Woods is at Winged Foot. I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't think he makes the cut.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think he makes the cut.
And if by some miracle he makes the cut, he finishes 5th to last at best.
You think he finishes above the cut line even if he makes the cut?
No. Mm-mm.
What?
No.
Like above the cut line?
Above the cut line.
Below it?
Yeah.
I guess, what is it? So like if you look at it, above is in and below is out, right? So below the cut line. But I always feel like because it's negative numbers and positive
going
numbers.
Down, yeah.
It should, yeah. So he finishes then below the cut line.
The cut line.
He finishes below the cut line, even if he makes the cut.
That must be where it got confusing for my prop bet last week.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about the cut line, you typically go in a visual sense.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about the leaderboard.
Yeah.
But when you talk about scores, you reverse that.
Yeah. I always think that I think they should just do it backwards. I think if you get a birdie, it should be +1, and if you get a bogey, it should be -1.
Well, and then when they talk about the end score, it's always the total number of strokes.
Yeah. So it is. It's always like, because it's, what is it? It's 270. It's like, it's 288.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't like 268's the best? It's something like that.
263 or something. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, okay. So Tiger Woods is excited. I have no hope for him. Dustin Johnson is like just being all Dustin Johnson-y. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to go play some golf.
Did you catch that? All right, get out. Shut the door.
Oh, children.
I know. Did you catch that Dustin Johnson said completely forgot he's played Winged Foot before?
Yes. Yeah, he played it like he got in a Net Jets tournament that they like invited him. He's like, I never played here before. And they're like, no, like 11 years ago you played here like as a favorite of Net Jets. And he was like, yeah, oh, okay. Well, I guess I have played it before.
It was, and they even pitched it. Like they said, this is the most Dustin Johnson answer ever.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other, what is it? Oh, Bryson is going to try to overpower the course.
Idiot.
Just not going to work out. We've talked about this. We talked about this on Monday. It's not going to work out for him.
It's going to be 8 inches deep.
No. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's
You're not going to overpower the course. He's going to break his wrists trying to overpower the rough.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like what I just said, there's like a 500-something yard par 4. I mean, the thing is, and there's a 300. I think number 6 is 321 yard par 4, which is sort of like, do you go for it or do you not? And everybody's just like, I mean, they said that the previous Billy Casper won it by not going in the rough. You know, Tiger sort of gave Bryson all these things, which was like, don't go in the rough because it'll eat you alive. And I'm very excited.
You have to play safe golf at the U.S. Open.
But the holes are so long, like so.
Right.
So this is going to be. It's going to be it's not going to be an overpowering game. This is going to be a long iron test.
Long iron test, a driving accuracy test.
3 8-irons and then a 2-putt. I'm good to go.
Bogey everything.
Yeah.
Bogey everything.
Okay,
you'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of excess noise from your side of the microphone.
Well, if you want to come and take my kids to school, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll be right over.
Right.
Hi, Abby. How are you again? What are you doing? Did you do your homework?
And it's 6:50 in the morning.
What?
All right, let me get her settled.
Okay. So far it's just been loads and loads of interviews and practice rounds, and to be fair, I was gonna say the only thing that is making me more annoyed than Bryson DeChambeau saying he's gonna try to overpower this course is Brandel Chambly, who just keeps going on and on and on. Sorry, I'm just pulling up some of the stuff that he's been saying because it's been hurting my brain. He has said that Tiger is too old to play this course. I think it's going to be way too long. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, yeah, I spaced out for a second. No, I was just talking that Brandel Chambly on the Golf Channel has been going bonkers and just, Rory McIlroy doesn't have a chance because he's a new dad, and Dustin Johnson compared him to Russell Westbrook.
What?
I don't know. Like Russell Westbrook, as we all know, plays with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Absolutely.
Like Dustin Johnson plays with the fire of 1,000 moons.
Right.
Like
no fire.
He goes with the tides. He takes the tide with him, whatever you want to say. Like Dustin Johnson is the professional show up and play golfer.
Yeah, and he's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
You're telling me that he's like Russell Westbrook?
No.
Last time I checked, Russell Westbrook doesn't win very much. He's just really, really good.
And angry.
But his team can't put it together half the time.
They should make a team.
They should make everything together.
Yep. They should make a team with just Russell Westbrook and call it the Ragedom.
He's invited on the podcast.
Yeah, he should. So should we get to picks? You want to talk about do we know how long the course is?
All right, so yeah, I guess we should break this
Let's break it down.
Tournament down completely. So we are looking at the 119th edition of the U.S. Open. This is the 2019-2020 season U.S. Open. It was originally scheduled for June 15th through the 21st, the whole week. It's being played at Wingfoot Golf Club. It's a par 70. Stupid. Originally an A.W. Tillinghast design in 1923. Yeah. It plays 7,477 yards.
That's ridiculous.
That's a long course.
That's a long course.
That
means every shot has to be longer than 100 yards.
Yeah. well, easy enough. Mamaroneck, New York, purse of $12.5 million, and your defending champion is Gary Woodland.
Yes, Gary Woodland won last year at Pebble Beach.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right?
Yeah.
Good breakdown.
Good job. Who are you? Who are you picking this week? I'm trying to figure out. I need to catch up after last week. I'm thinking about going kind of chalky.
I'm going chalky.
Did you go first? Did you go first last week?
I went first last week.
I'm going Dustin Johnson.
I knew you would. All right.
He's won it for me. Hopefully this will be 3 out of 5, basically.
Right. Plus you need the points.
Plus I need the points.
I am going to go. Well, okay. Well, let me talk about Dustin Johnson real quick. Dustin Johnson, and this has to work out in my favor. I said it last time you picked him that there's no way he goes back to back to back. Well, he basically went back to back to back. So let me put it this way: there's no way Dustin Johnson goes back to back to back to back, right?
No, I'm
No way.
hoping. I still think he's top 5 material for this course.
You telling me? I just don't see how he goes from winning the first playoff event, losing the second one in a playoff, and then winning the Tour Championship.
Yeah.
To then turning around in a week and winning the U.S. Open. I just don't see how you
I
can
also know
keep that up.
I also know he would have won the Safeway Golf thing.
Do you think he would have?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was video game golf, and it was the winner wasn't minus 21. He would have gone minus 25. He would have gone 25 under. If all you did was take out let's say we take out like Chesson Hadley and we put Dustin Johnson in his place.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson would have won. I'm not saying you replace the entire field. I'm saying you just put in Dustin Johnson.
Maybe you're right, but I disagree. All right.
Okay, fine. We agree to disagree.
No, I don't do that. I don't agree to disagree. I just disagree.
Okay. We just disagree on disagreeing now.
There you go. This will work. I like to be argumentative.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to pick. I'm having a hard time with this because I feel like it's a bad pick, but I also the trajectory and
don't do it
from last season.
Don't do it. Last season, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago.
last season, and I think he's ready for this kind of spotlight performance. I'm gonna take a flyer here as my first pick on Jon Rahm.
On Jon Rahm.
I'm gonna take a flyer on Jon Rahm.
That's not a flyer. That is as chalky as it gets. He's number 2 in the world.
I just don't think. I think people make picks based off their world ranking, but it doesn't mean that they can beat the course.
I don't think he's ready. I still don't think he's ready.
Right. So there you go. You don't. I think he's ready, but you're not picking Tiger Woods either, and he's arguably the greatest player of all time. You already said you weren't. So you can do what you want.
I picked Tiger Woods to miss the yeah, I don't. I mean, Jon Rahm. I get that you would say that that's a flyer. I'm with you. I don't think he's right. He's not even on my list. I know he's playing the best golf of his life right now, and he'll probably be top 20 unless the grass makes him so frustrated in the first 6 holes. Like if he goes for it on 6 and it doesn't go anywhere and he bogeys 6, he's out of the tournament.
But I will say, I think he's one of the few players in the field this week who can muscle it out of the rough if he has to.
So he tried that. He tried that in the bunker at the Players 2 years ago, and he just dumped it in the water. So
but he muscled it.
He's a bit of he would be last year he would be my Tin Cup candidate of the year for this U.S. Open.
For sure,
Tin Cup candidate.
He's your Tin Cup candidate for the U.S. Open.
Yes,
I like that.
He's the guy who puts it in the same water 3 times and then just sort of goes, "Well, I got it on the green the 4th." This is your last golf ball.
I think he's ready.
I am 3 people deep. You haven't chosen any of them yet because you only got 1 pick so far. So because I'm getting the first pick of the U.S. Invitational, make sure you still get the first pick at the Masters because that's how it should, because they're majors. So just in case it's not alternate weeks. I really want to. He played so well last week, If it wasn't for not last week, nobody played well last week except Stuart Sink. He played so well. When I say last week, it's a bit like when the tournament starts on Friday instead of Thursday. When I say last week, I mean the tour championship.
Right.
Um,
It did end last week.
I know. I've got like 4 guys in my head. Can I just tell you who I'm not picking first?
No.
Bro, I'm not picking Bryson DeChambeau.
You're not picking Brooks Koepka.
I'm not picking Brooks Koepka. I'm not picking Gary Woodland.
Right.
Can I just have a 4th pick?
No.
Okay, then I'm picking. I'm doing this strategically. I'm picking the guy who I think you're going to pick next. I'm going to pick him first. Justin Thomas.
He is next on my list.
He's next on your list. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. My strategy worked.
Historically, when you pick Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas, though, it backfires.
Oh, miserably. So miserably. Yeah.
See, right. I think Justin Thomas has one of the best shots to actually win this.
Yeah.
And I think he's such a solid. Speaking of Justin Thomas and Dustin Johnson, we forgot to mention in the news, Dustin Johnson won the PGA Tour Player of the Year. So all is right in the world.
Yes.
We were upset Justin Thomas won the PGA Player of the Year. It's important to distinguish that the PGA Player of the Year is the PGA of America votes on that.
Yeah.
The tour votes on their Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I think Justin Thomas has one of the best shots to actually win this.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you've picked him, I'm going to nag on it a bit. I have negatives to say. I don't think, just like I think Jon Rahm has a good chance to muscle it out, I don't think that Justin Thomas has a good chance to muscle it out. And typically late in rounds, Justin Thomas finds himself on either side of a fairway. So where if Justin Thomas can manage to hang on and keep his ball in the fairway, whether that be he has to tee off with hybrids and fairway woods, so be it. But then it calls into question, is his length long enough? Is he long enough to play this course by clubbing down off the tee? And I'm not so sure he is. Now, I know pound for pound, he's one of the longest players on tour, but he's not the longest player on. He's not one of the longest players on tour in actual accounts. But I think it's a great pick, and I think he has the mental fortitude.
I just think as the unofficial winner of the tour championship in my books. He's my pick. I'm going with him. Who do you have next?
I am going to go to the guy who has been snubbed of a FedEx Cup 2 years straight, and that is Xander Schauffele.
That was my next pick.
Good.
That was my next pick. So you made this a little bit easier for me. Earlier this year, we saw Xander Schauffele falter at 17 at the Classic Open Championship Classic.
Yes.
I forget what it was. It was the Financial Advisors Championship Open. Or the Manufacturing Plants Invitational. It was one of those two.
You consistently make fun of tour event names that now you don't even remember what the events are called.
I don't even remember them. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It was the it doesn't matter. It was earlier this year. It was like the third tournament. It was the second tournament back after the shutdown. When Daniel Berger won it. I do remember that.
The Farmers?
No. It might have been the Farmers Insurance something or other, yeah. Maybe?
Open.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of these are open.
We're so good at this. Even though they're all invitational, even though you have to be a member, it should be called the Farmers Members.
They're called opens because you can Monday qualify for them as an amateur. They're all opens.
No.
That's why they call them an open.
I don't believe you.
You and I can go try and get into these events.
I thought Monday qualifiers were only if you if they you basically played into an alternate position.
But those positions are open to anybody.
Yeah, but the alternate positions aren't always there. Sometimes they don't use the alternates.
You can play into these events.
Why don't you do that?
I'm definitely not good enough.
You're good enough to drive your car there and show up on a Monday.
Yeah, actually, my only goal in golf, my only competitive goal is to play in a U.S. Open qualifier. But you have to qualify for a qualifier.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I want to just play in that. That's why they're open.
So my thing with Xander is, yes, he's got a few wins. Yes, he's peaking right now. This is the right time to pick him. But I don't think he's played enough of these PGA events to really go in there eyes wide open and not get super frustrated. I like the pick. I do like the pick, but I just think, with Steve creeping around behind him, his dad, not really, I think it's going to be a tough one. I think if everything goes well and right, it'll be good for him. If I think that's the thing, is he's one of those guys where if one bad thing happens, he has a lot harder time coming back from it than most people.
I agree.
Which is why I'm not picking Rory McIlroy. So.
You're not?
Nope. I'm not picking Phil Mickelson, even though I really want him to win.
Who doesn't want him to win?
Get his slam, the Phil Slam.
The Phil Slam.
The Phil Mickel Slam. Copyright, trademark.
I think that's hitting bombs.
You have a pink pen?
I have a pink pen.
Nice.
Yeah, I found it in the room.
All right, I am going my final pick. It is his inaugural U.S. Open. He is your current PGA champion of the year. He was a college student who played golf in California. I'm going with Colin Morikawa. I'm hoping he doesn't know what he's in for, and he just plays it right, and he plays it well.
Colin Morikawa's definitely has the act.
I'm holding my breath because I don't think it's the best pick, but I'm going with it.
So Colin Morikawa is last on my list.
Okay, but he's on your list.
He's on my list. He's last. He's number 6.
Yeah.
On my short list. Colin Morikawa is definitely one of the most accurate players.
Yes. And he's got the best long irons on tour right now.
Absolutely. For that, it's a good pick because, we just said they need accuracy out there.
But it's a U.S. Open.
But it's a U.S. Open, right? This isn't the PGA Championship.
No.
This is probably the hardest golf he's ever going to play in his life.
Yes,
and
at least for another 14 years.
Right. And he also tends to struggle in hazardous areas. He's one of the best on tour off the fairways, but when he gets in the rough, and we saw this at the PGA Championship, he doesn't do very well when the rough is really thick.
Yeah. We saw it again. We saw it really at the BMW Championship 3 weeks ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good third pick, but I think you're really, I think when you pick Colin, it's more of I hope he makes the cut so I can get the points through the week.
I'm hoping he top 20s.
That's fair.
I'm hoping he top 20s.
I think that's the best he's going to do if he manages to play well.
To be fair, I think everybody else out there is a gamble, and a bigger gamble than that. Because if he finds the fairways, he's going to be tough to beat.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Who's your pick?
All right. So my final pick, you're not picking him because you've picked all of them, but you were staying away from him.
Wait. Is it Webb Simpson?
It's not Webb Simpson. But I think he does have a chance to play really well. I think he's definitely obviously one of the strongest players out there. And I know he just had a hiccup, but that was a pure golf moment to duff a ball from the rough into the water 10 feet in front of you. But I'm definitely going to tie myself to Rory McIlroy for this one. I think he is a U.S. Open champion. And he is one of the best, in my opinion, players when it comes to the highest level of competitive golf in the majors, in the worldwide events. I think he is going to play really well this week. And if not for anything, just to rub being a new dad in Brandel Chambly's face.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Nobody likes when Brandel Chambly talks about them. I do get that. I just don't think he's been anywhere near the big stage in a while. And I don't think he's trending in the right direction. I think he's just sort of like a normal name that everybody expects to see every week, and he just hasn't done it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's a good pick to make the cut. I don't think he's a good pick to top 20.
I think he definitely falls in line with Colin Morikawa. Yeah. That top 20 is probably his best.
Yeah.
But again,
that's still points.
Admittedly, I am hoping. I think, look, if he doesn't make the cut, I get it. If he makes the cut, I think he's in a good position to make a huge dent in the field.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of all the other names out there who are going to do well, and I just don't see a lot of them. Like, I think the course is too long for Webb Simpson. I think the rough is too deep for Bryson DeChambeau. Where has Gary Woodland been since his last win?
I don't know. Gary Woodland's 10,000 to 1 odds to win this tournament.
Yeah. Like, my only sort of other pick is, like, my other sort of picks were, like, I think my long shots are going to be interesting. Where's Ricky Fowler been?
I don't know. It's almost sad to say, but with Ricky's recent events, I don't know when Ricky's going to be able to contend for another major seriously.
Yeah. So all right. So who's your long shot?
All right.
Doc Redman.
Thank you for giving me the long shot first. I was afraid you were going to say it, but you're a good guy. My long shot, Phil the Thrill, gets his career Grand Slam. Phil wins.
Phil Mickel Slam.
The Phil Mickel Slam. I have to add exclamation marks to Phil wins here. Sorry. Yeah, my long shot. Phil Mickelson wins it. Phil's 50. Phil doesn't really have a chance when you put all the numbers together.
No.
But
he's going to try.
Somebody's in line to win, what is it, $3.8 million if he wins. I'm backing that guy too. Let's get Phil his career Grand Slam.
I was going to say, which is still more than the entire take from the ANA Invitational.
That's
more than the entire purse. My long shot, I like Phil as a long shot. My long shot is going to be anybody who played last week wins this week. It was going to be Stewart Cink, like, repeats. Like
Winner
wins 2 weeks in a
played.
row.
Safe win.
But I just want to keep pointing out that anybody who played last week does not have a shot to win this week.
See, I used my long shot as a fourth pick, basically, and you used it to continue to rag on last week's event.
To be fair, it's like I now have pick like 4 through 179.
I still don't think you're going to hit on that. All right. Well,
I probably should. That's like I guess my prop bet and my long shot are doing it. What's your prop bet?
My prop bet, and I don't even know if this is low enough, but I'm gonna beg you to let me have it after seeing how deep the rough is.
Yeah.
After seeing how deep the rough is, I'm predicting at least 5 quadruple bogeys through the week. Now,
oh, wow.
I know 5 might seem low compared to the amount of players there are, but they are pros and they should avoid quadruple bogeys. I think we see at least 5. Now that's going to be a lot of work on my part having to look at everybody's scorecard.
I will allow that if it's pros only.
Yeah, pros only. Yeah.
None of the amateurs that are in the field get that same
pros only.
Yeah.
And I don't take into account the amateurs.
Okay. They do. They don't appreciate that.
I know. I wasn't thinking about them when I came up with that.
Yeah.
But I made that note. Pros only.
Okay.
They're going to get the majority of quadruple bogeys.
I think so. You have to tell me if this works. I was going to go with the good old classic. All 3 sophomores make the cut.
No, you already used that.
I've already used that. Well, that's what I said. My prop bet should have been that one. I need to come up with a good like an Oklahoma State University person wins. What's a good prop bet then?
That's a good prop bet.
I still like Bryson breaks his clubs, but I've already used that.
But it didn't happen, so you can use that.
Oh, well, this is the thing that we haven't really talked about yet, so this is a good thing. Winged Foot is notorious for being the hardest of the U.S. Open courses, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, since the 50s, since they went to the stroke play format, this is only the 4th time they've played at Winged Foot for the U.S. Open.
Yeah, and they've called it the Massacre twice. One, I've said in the mid-60s because after Johnny Miller shot a 63, the next year they made it impossible to break par.
Right.
And then again in 2006 because you saw Phil Mickelson like triple bogey 18 to not win the U.S. invitation, the U.S.
coming
Open.
in second, right?
Yeah, coming in. Yeah, I think it was like one of his 4th times or 5 times that he came in second. 6 times?
He's come in second 6 times in the U.S. Open.
That's hard. That's a hard bullet to bite.
Yeah.
So here you go. My prop bet is less than 10 guys.
Yeah.
Finish in red.
Finish over par.
Under par. Less than 10 guys finish under par.
Oh, you're right. All right. I'll take it.
Is that all right?
That's all right.
I was going to do 5. I was going to say no one. I hope no one finishes under par. I hope 16 guys shoot in the 8. I hope there are men of the people in the 90s this week. I just want it all to be good and golden. Yeah. Those are our picks. We've done some picking. You want to do the next read?
What's your low round of the week?
Oh, my low round of the week. Par 72. 70? I can't hear you. You just went away. I'm still recording and you went away. So I don't really know what to do now. My pick this week, I was gonna go with is it let me just double check this par 70.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were sideways.
What happened?
I have no idea. It's fine though. I'll just edit that out. Okay.
It kicked me out.
So par is 70.
Par 70.
I'm still recording, so that's good. Let me just double check.
No, I see it. It's recording.
Okay, cool. Par is 70. I'm going 68.
2 under.
No, that's a bad number. Can I repick that number?
No.
Okay, fine.
That's all right because I put 1 under as the low ride.
I'm hoping that on day 4 I'm hoping they don't mow it between now and Sunday. Except the greens.
I think they actually destroyed all their mowers.
You just set them on fire in the barn?
Yeah, they put them all in a ring and did a ceremonial
bonfire
bonfire of the mowers for the US Open. All right, what's your final round or final score?
-7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I like this. We went in complete opposite directions.
I know.
I like this. We went in complete opposite directions. I don't think it's going to come anywhere close to 7 under par. As a matter of fact, my final score prediction is 3 over.
Oh, wow.
I don't think anybody. I think I'm totally willing. Excuse me.
You're fine.
I didn't get any breakfast. Not breakfast.
Go eat something then.
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit
Bye.
so much of this.
It's a good thing we're doing it early.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that plus I would love to see +3. I would love to see +3. I would love to see +10. I would love to see these guys struggling for 75s. Like that would make me so happy. This is my favorite tournament of the year because of that. I just think after last year at Pebble Beach and even at Shinnecock, these guys are that good.
Well, I look at it like, I look at it like the last 4 times this tournament was played at Winged Foot.
Yeah. Only one time it was under par? Okay, so then these guys are going to get crushed.
2 or 3 under par.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
That's why I went 3 over.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do the next read, yeah.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is US Invitational Week, and we will be doing some hot mics. Hot mic.
Hot mic.
Please check us out. Download the app. It is on your phone, your smartphone, or probably the App Store on your computer. We'll be watching and commentating, doing a watch party for the US Invitational. Use the code word golf or the invitation code golf, GOLF. That helps us out. We can then do more shows. We have a good time doing them. So check out the US Invitational on Hot Mic. That is in your app store. And yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there. We'll be doing some hot mic. Hot mic.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right, that was not brilliant. So check us out on Hot Mic.
Ah.
All right. Well, since it's, what am I doing this week in golf? I'm watching the U.S. Open.
Yep.
You too?
Yep.
All right. Who do you want to win?
John Rahm, Xander Schauffele, or Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
It's like I want Phil Mickelson to win.
I want Phil to win. I want Tiger to show up and get 83 and another major. That would be very cool. Yeah, check us out on social media, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from. Tell your friends about us, please. We are getting closer and closer to 2,200, and we will be doing a giveaway. So those golf balls get in today at some point. Enjoy. I'll talk to you this. We're going to be talking loads about the U.S. Invitational.
Loads.
So I'll catch you later. Thanks for doing the pod with me.
All right, Ben.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
It is lunchtime.